Hey, what's up, guys? I'm an addict, and my name's Brian. And it's really echoey in this room, man. I just want to say I ain't never done nothing like this before, and kind of excited to, come to y'all with something like this. I'm gonna let. First, I just want to thank Higgy, my man, 50 grand. I love you 100%. Thanks for sharing this. If you're tuning in, I'm an addict and my name is Brian, and I'm here to share my message, share my story. It's funny, I can chair a meeting and speak in a meeting, but when I'm live on Facebook, it's a lot different. So I hope that y'all bear with me. My clean date is May 5th, 2007, and since that day, I've not had found the excuse to use a drink or a drug. I have a sponsor who has a sponsor who has a sponsor. I have a home group that is on Saturday night in Finksburg, Maryland. That I attend that home group. I'm part of that home group. I'm of service in that home group, and yeah, man. And just for today, I've not found the desire to use anything or anybody. It's funny. I was talking to a couple peeps. Hey, what's up? I'm gonna jump right into it because I'm not used to this whole Facebook Live thing, but I'm gonna jump right into it. And for those of y'all that are just watching it again that don't get to see it live, I love y'all. Like I said, my clean date is May 5th, 2007, and at that time, it was not part of the plan to stay clean. It was not part of the plan to build a family, build a network of people in recovery. It was not part of the plan to be of service to anybody else except for myself. The only plan that I had was to see how long I could stay out of jail. So just a little bit about me. I grew up right outside of Washington, D.C. in a little town called College Park. Shout out Terps all day. And my parents were divorced before I really knew what family was supposed to look like. Mom, dad, brother, sister. It was just me and my mom forever. And that was fine. I was completely content with it. Was just me and Mom Dukes. I got to see my dad on the weekends. He would drive down from Southern Maryland to come pick me up, and we played baseball, all that good stuff, man. Like, to my knowledge, I had the best childhood I could have. What's up, North Carolina? So I didn't really know anything else except for the life that I have and what I saw other people had, and I did this great thing of like creating my own perceptions of what life was, my own ideas of like the reasons things happen. The reason dad wasn't around is because mom is crazy, or the reason mom doesn't like dad is because dad, he just loves too much. I don't know about you, but for me, my dad was my Superman, 100%. And it's funny that because my dad's an addict as well. So, like I said, growing up right outside of D.C., I had a mom that loved and cared for me, but there was something different about me. There was something different. What's up, Brody? I love you, homie. For some reason, I wasn't worthy to have a mom and a dad in a household. For some reason, I wasn't worthy to have, brothers and sisters. I'm an only child from a single mom, and so I'm gonna turn these comments off because I got ADD, bro. I get sidetracked real quick. So, where was I at? Yeah, I created my own perceptions, man, and so going through school, I found that my mom's a hard worker, and the only way to get her attention, or I found by accident that I got her attention when I got in trouble, right? That I got somebody's attention that I got when I got in trouble, because in my mind, I really was scared that nobody was gonna remember me, that nobody was gonna care about me, that nobody was gonna worry about who I was or what I do, or I was worried that I wouldn't be really good at anything, because I wasn't really good at anything. I was good at lying, I was good at manipulating, I was good at stealing, but as far as the things that society sees as doing good, like doing good in school and paying attention and doing tests and shit like that, that wasn't my forte. I could care less. I just wanted to look out the window and daydream about skateboarding or something. So, and that led up to 6th grade failing, 6th grade and getting kicked out of school, because like anything in my life, it's a snowball effect. I do one of anything, fight somebody, I do it again. 1,000 is never enough. I do one of anything, skip school, 1,000 is never enough. I do one of anything, steal or get high, it doesn't matter. 1,000 is never enough. If it makes me feel good, it was never enough. From way before drugs even entered the picture. So like I said, in 6th grade, I failed and got kicked out of school, and that's really when I realized that my dad's an addict, right? Because the same summer, my dad put the trailer in the pipe, put the truck in the pipe, and was now homeless, living up off of Route 1 in College Park, because he had put everything in the pipe. And, he did a real good thing, like we're addicts, so I'm good at manipulating. So he was good at manipulating me. He was like, boy, it's so I could be closer to you and spend more time. And him being my Superman, I believed it. Until 12 and 13, we started getting high together. And then it all made sense of why he was homeless. So, like I said, about that time, I started using with him. And, I used by myself. I used with friends. I used whenever I could use. From the very first time, it was how can I get more? How can I get more? Just like it was the very first time I stole, it was how could I do it again? All right, so I turned the comments back on. What's up, Jesse? You like the shirt? Look, it says the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. Shouts out to my man Paul P. That's off of the Undercover A-List track that I wrote a couple years ago. Anyways, back on track for my ADD kicks in again. That's about the time I started getting locked up. Police coming and picking me up for either boosting shit or fighting or getting high or riding around in a car that don't nobody got a license in. And my man Paulie P's in here. My man, that's his line right there. It should say Paul P right down here, but it don't. But I love you anyway, homie. So I started getting locked up, and my mom, being the best mom that she could absolutely be, she said, okay, well, we're going to move out of PG County and move to Annapolis area, which is the capital of Maryland. For all you guys that aren't from Maryland, Annapolis is the capital of Maryland, not Washington, D.C. So we moved there, and, me being the great addict that I am, took that as my opportunity to become an even better addict, Because I just wanted to be good at something. So I found that I was pretty good at being an addict. I was pretty good at being a criminal. I wasn't very good at not getting locked up, but it didn't really matter to me. because eventually they'd let me out. And institutions no longer scared me. No, not that it scared me. Institutions were no longer like a worry. Like, I knew either they'd let me out or I'd get out in a couple weeks because I was underage, or Mama Dukes would bail me out because she wanted the best for me. She wanted to give me the best opportunity I could have. So fast forward again, senior year, I got kicked out of school. I went to a group home and finished high school there. Came home, and I didn't have really any tools except for don't get high and get a job. Neither of those I had ever done, right? I had never not gotten high as far as I could remember before 13 years old, and I had never held a job. I was good at stealing. I was good at boosting. I thought the world owed me something, and if it was yours and I wanted it, then I have rights to it. So I came home with that mentality. It took me all of like 3 days to, hey Mom, Nancy, hello, welcome. I know that my mom probably did the same type of things that you did when I was ripping and running. Because there was so many, she didn't know. She had no idea of what went on in my head. She took on a lot of guilt. I thought it was her fault, but it's definitely not your fault, and it wasn't my mom's fault by any means. So she, like I said, this whole time, like, she just wanted the best for me. She wanted to give me the best opportunity, but I didn't know how to take those opportunities, and that's why this shirt is so important to me, because like, I didn't know how to take these opportunities until you guys taught me. I didn't know how to do something different until you guys taught me. The people in the meetings, anyways. So I got out. I did good for all of like a week after that group home. I started ripping and running again, getting locked up. By then I was 18, and they'd give me, a couple weeks. They'd give me a month. They'd give me 90 days. I'd get out on good time. I'd do the same thing. And, I think I was home from that place like 5 months. Then I got locked up. I had a bunch of robberies, and the judge decided to give me 15 years. And I remember I was 18 years old. He gave me 15 years, and I was completely content with it. I was completely content with spending the next 15 years in prison. Because like I said, like, I hadn't built anything to really have any worth. I hadn't built any, I didn't have it, I wasn't employable. I didn't know how to stop getting high. I didn't know how to stop hurting people. I felt like that was where I deserved to be at, was in prison. Like, that's the only thing I really deserved to be at. And through that process, my mom had become so accustomed to coming to the jail that she used to bring her homework with me while she had a break from me. She used to bring her homework into the jail on visits, and I would help her with her homework. Because I'm a smart guy, right? Yeah, you're right, Liz, that's structure. But I was content. Like I said, I didn't feel like I brought anything to the world. I didn't bring any positivity, any love. All I did was take, hurt, steal, and get high. And while I was incarcerated, and I used while I was locked up. Like, it wasn't nothing different. Whether I was behind bars or in front of bars, I got high. So I got an opportunity to go to treatment. And I don't know about you guys, but I know the disease of addiction manifests itself in all areas of my life, right? So I get out, I go to treatment, and I think, I become the president of the National Dick Slingers Association, because that's going to make me feel better. If I can't get high here, she's going to get me high and show me that I'm worthy. That didn't work, because I ended up going right back to prison. And, but by then, these treatment centers, they gave me some tools. They gave me these books, and I'm not going to show you my books because I don't want to break no traditions, but it's blue, but it wants to be red. So, I had that as a tool to take back with me. And I remember I wrote my dad a letter that I would have to write to my mom, and she would give it to him, because like I said, he was homeless since I was 12 years old. And I remember writing him a letter like, hey Dad, like there's these things called meetings, they probably got them around there, you should check it out, because he's the addict, not me. I'm just a criminal, I'm a G, like I'm not an addict. And he never got the letter, because probably about a week or so later, the Greenbelt City Police came and told me that they found him OD'd and dead. And I didn't really know what to do after that, because our plan was when I got out, we were going to get high together. And so that plan was gone. The plan of using with Dad was over, and I didn't really have much left. So what did I do? I got high, just like I always had. But like I said in the title, like, how did I get 10 years clean? Well, see, what happened was the judge found it in his heart to give me another chance. To give me another chance, to give me the 50th chance, the 100th chance, however many times I've gotten chances. All of us have gotten second, third, 8th, 10th chances, but he gave me another chance, and I went to treatment. And I remember about a month before I went to treatment, I was getting high, and we got knocked off doing tattoos, so I had to go to lockup, and I couldn't get high anymore, right? And I didn't know at that time that May 5th, 2007 was going to be an important day. I didn't know. It wasn't part of the plan that May 5th, 2007 was going to be the last day that I got high. That wasn't part of the plan. But see, what happened was I was on lockup on May 5th, 2007, and I got a letter that day. And so that's, looking back, a month later when I got into treatment and I got my letters, my mom brought me letters, and they started talking about clean dates, and I didn't know what mine was, because like I said, that wasn't part of the plan that I was going to remember this day, because this is probably going to be the last day I got high. That wasn't it. So when we went into treatment, we were talking about clean dates. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what my clean date is. And my mom brought me letters that I had from, like, from previous, when my dad would write me letters, when she would write me letters and stuff like that. And the first letter that I got when I was on lockup was May 5th, 2007. And, through that treatment center, I was in there for another 4 months. And we got to go to outside meetings. People brought meetings in, H&I hospitals and institutions that I'm eternally grateful for anybody that's of service that takes meetings into treatment centers, that not only takes meetings into treatment centers, but goes to meetings outside meetings that are there when people from treatment come home. Because like that was the biggest thing. Not so much that they brought the meetings into us in treatment, but that when I went to an outside meeting, they were standing right there at the meeting to give me a hug. And like that showed me that like something was real. Something was real. And so like I said, we did 4 months in there, and I didn't really have, the beard game strong, babe. Carlos, I love you, brother. And so we got out of treatment, and so obviously you guys are in treatment, so I'm gonna share this story. So in treatment, I met a girl, and I was just a boy at the time. But see, what happened was, it's crazy. There she is. I love you, babe. What happened is that, there's this thing that I believe in. It's called a higher power that works in every facet of my life. When I got out, like, it wasn't part of the plan to stay clean. It was just to keep her happy and see, a little bit of things that happened. The only letter that she got while we were in treatment, and I'm not, if you're in treatment right now and you're watching this, don't date nobody, because it's 1 in a million. I'm that one. There's 0 more in 999,999. But I met my wife in treatment, and she wasn't my wife at the time. She was my friend. She was somebody that supported me and my recovery. And Baltimore, Maryland, Phil. Baltimore, Maryland. And so the only letter, she was supposed to get out 2 weeks before I did. And I guarantee you, if she would have gotten out 2 weeks before I did, she would have used, and I would have used when I left too. But see, she got a letter from the judge, and we were able to graduate and complete treatment on the same day. Not because of anything she did, not because of anything I did, but because the judge saw fit that she get released October 4th, the same day that I was getting released. And we got out that night and we went to a meeting, just like they suggested. They suggested that we go to a meeting the day that we got out, so we did. We went to a meeting, and we went to a meeting the next day, and we went to a meeting the next day, and we went to a meeting probably every day for the first like 2 or 3 years. I'm not very good at it. I'm getting all ADD and stuff. We went to a meeting every day, man. And in the beginning, she went to work and I went to look for jobs. And then we came home and we went to meetings. And then the next day, she went to work and I went to look for jobs. But like, she believed in me just as much as I believed in her. And that's how we stayed clean, man. Like, we went to meetings. Our recovery was first. Our recovery came before our relationship. Our recovery came before everything. Because, like, without our recovery, we wouldn't have nothing. We would have absolutely nothing. All day, every day. So like 2 months in, man, like I came out, we went to meetings, we got a home group, got sponsors, and like we allowed those sponsors to teach us. Cause like I said, when I got out, I had tools and stuff like that to go to meetings, but like I needed to allow the people that had done it before me to show me how to do it. To go to a meeting, to stay after a meeting. When they said, Brian, you want to come out to eat with us? I wasn't like, nah, bro, I ain't got no money. Or I was, and they were like, Brian, we didn't ask you if you had money. We asked you if you wanted to come out to eat with us. And like, they paid for our meals. They took us out and they introduced us to other people. They showed us where other good meetings are. They showed us about events, about spiritual breakfast and the dances and the what else do we have, babe? Bowling night. Like when we used to do stuff that we had fun in recovery with other people that were in recovery. So we did that, and we still do that to this day. Like I said, I think the most important thing that I could say is like my first day clean. That was not the plan to stay clean forever. It was not part of the plan. But like I came in and I allowed you guys to show me what you had to offer. And what you had to offer was way more than anything I could have ever imagined in my entire life. Like I got out 2 months out of treatment, I got a job. And that job has been a direct result of every single job that I've had since I've been clean. And I didn't pick that job. I was just completely willing to do whatever it took to do whatever job just to be able to pay bills and have a job, have something to do. Because I feel like that's part of being a productive member of society, man. And, I worked steps. I continue to work steps. I just finished my 12th step. My sponsor and I went over it a couple weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. But, the things that have happened, we'd sit here for an entire day or two to share my whole story. And I wish I could, because, like, sometimes I look back on it, man, I don't know how I'm still here. But I am. The only thing I did correctly was no matter what, do not use. No matter what. No matter what I'm in, no matter what situation I'm in. If somebody tells me, hey B, you're falling off, hey B, you need to go to some more meetings, like, I go. You know, when my wife says, Brian, you gotta call your sponsor, I call my sponsor and I talk to him. And cause like I take your suggestions, and that's why this shirt is so important, is because I'm never arrived. Like, I'm never recovered. I'm as clean as I'm as clean at 30 days clean as I'll ever get. You know what I mean? But like, there's always more room for improvement. Always. There's always a way that I can be better. There's always a way that I can help somebody else, that I can be more of service. And so I'd say about 4 or 5 years ago, I'm going to transition into some music stuff real quick, because I normally don't talk about it in meetings when I do chair meetings, because like I don't want to blur the message. But this is No More Heroin. This is, you know, my story, and Higgy said I could talk about the music, so I'm going to talk about it. So, I've always made music, right? But I was a closet rapper forever, because I was scared. I was worried about you guys, what you guys would say about me. I was scared. I love you, babe. Every time she comments, I'm going to say that because I love her so much. Like, I would be nothing without her, man. But anyways, I was scared to let anybody know that I rapped. I was scared to let anybody know that I made music, because, like, you would make fun of me. You would tell me I'm stupid. You would tell me, what do you think, you're going to be a famous rapper? What do you think, you're Eminem? You know, all these things that I was so worried about, what other people thought about me. So I was a closet rapper. I did it behind closed doors. I never let anybody know. And see, I'd say about 5 years ago, I met these guys at a meeting that I went to, and they were having like a cipher outside of the meeting. And like, I wanted to approach them, but like I said, I'm scared to death, bro. Scared to death. So, you know, my sponsor has always told me that if it scares the shit out of me, then that's what I need to do. You know, if I'm scared to do something that I know is going to better myself, then that's what I need to do. I need to walk through the fear, because that's the only way to get better. That's the only way to grow, is to walk through the fear. Like, growth is not comfortable. Growth is not easy. Like, it's hard, and it's scary, and it's worrisome, and it's fearful, and it's all those things. But like, to walk through and get on the other side. So anyways, I ended up walking up to him, and it took us, and I said, hey, can I rap with you guys? And they were like, yeah, sure, later, or something like that. So I kept, you know, every time I saw him, I was like, hey, can I rap with you guys? Yeah, own the world, brother. So, you know, I was like, hey, you know, they said maybe later. So every time I would see him, I'd say, hey, can I rap with you guys? Can I rap with you guys? And, you know, it went on for probably like a year. And one day he's like, look, we're doing this song. It's about 4 years ago now. We're doing this song. Here's the beat. Give me a 16. And I literally came home. I was like a fucking kid in a candy store, a kid on Christmas Eve, whatever. I was so fucking pumped. And you know, I literally sat down and wrote the whole 16, and you know, texted him, I'm done. And he was like, no way. And you know, going to the studio and recording it and really releasing something and hearing people. No, let me back up. So he wanted me to rap it for him. So next time I saw him, I had my phone in my hand. This is back before I had a BlackBerry back in the day. So this is what, 2012. They didn't really have too many smartphones. I still had my BlackBerry, but I was shaking. I was so nervous. I was shaking, and I rapped it for him, and he was blown away. And I was like, nah, he's bullshitting. Like, he's just trying to make me feel good. Like, you know, like we do sometimes. Like, oh man, keep the good work. But nah, he was really impressed. And so we started making music together, man. And you know, we did a bunch of shows. We did a lot of music then, and you know, then one by one, you know, they fell off, and it sucks and it hurts, 'cause like I could have easily been any one of those. You know, I could have easily been somebody that made a decision to use. I could have easily been somebody that made the decision to, not come around to meetings, to not really come around, to not, it's very easy to not go to a meeting. I don't know if you know this, but it's easy to not go to a meeting. A lot of times it's a lot harder to get your ass up off the fucking couch and go to a meeting. But like, that's what I needed to do, man. I needed to get to a meeting, no matter what, don't use. And like, through my perseverance, and so I had always rapped with these guys. I had never done anything independent because it was so much easier to, kind of piggyback off of them. And when I put out my first song by myself, I forget what it was called. I think it was called Night Owl, and people loved it. And yeah, hey, both of them are pretty good, man. Both of them are pretty good. And I don't know, man, like just walking through that fear, it showed me that like it's not that bad. Like it's like nothing is gonna kill me except for getting high. So like, if I'm scared to do something, if I'm scared to ask for the promotion, if I'm scared to ask this person to sponsor me, if I'm scared to go into work every day and do something beneficial for my life, if I'm scared to ask this girl out, or if I'm scared to, ask this person to be my friend, they're not gonna kill me. The only thing that's gonna kill me is when I stay stuck in that fear and I get high. Like, that's what's gonna kill me. So anyways, man. So fast forward again, my wife and I bought a house last April. So it's been about 18 months. Crazy. And so, like I said, it's been about 18 months since we bought this house. And like Higgy said, my new album is called Journey to 754. 754 is my home address. You don't need to know my street address, because I don't need y'all showing up at my house. But it means journey home. And each track resembles a step that I've worked in my life with my sponsor. Each track, is based on my experience, my feelings through the steps. And Journey to 754, like I said, is my journey home. Because like, without the steps, like, I wouldn't be here. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. Without my wife and all the other people that are in my network here in my hometown, like, I wouldn't be here. And that's why I still go to meetings. I still work steps. I still sponsor men. I'm still of service in H&I. I still answer the phone for the hotline on Thursday nights at 6 o'clock. So if you want to call the hotline, Thursday nights, 6 o'clock, I'll tell you where the meeting's at. But like, all the things that are the basics, when you come into your first meeting, they say, if you're new, oh, my daughter texted me, hey Abby, I love you. My daughter's 9, man. She's never had to see me use, or my wife use. She's never had to be up late at night while anybody's going to bail me out of jail, or wondering if I'm coming home. She doesn't have to worry about that, man. I'm extremely grateful. I don't know where I was going. So, most of the time, I invite my higher power into when I share, and when I get a brain fart, it normally means it's time for me to shut the fuck up. So after that, I'm gonna plug some stuff. So I was looking at some of the comments and stuff. Me and Rising Above Addiction Push Hope Project, which you can check them out on Facebook. It's heroin and opioid prevention. I don't know what the E stands for. Jesse, if you're watching, tell them what the E stands for. But it's all education, heroin and opioid prevention education. Okay, that's what it is. So these nonprofits, we were able to put together a 5-city, 2-state tour to feature artists in recovery. Carlos in here, my man Scotty, Prospect, Ridge Long, myself. We got Rem One, and we got Twitch coming out. If you know who any of those guys are, you probably know who I am now. But yeah, we're doing a tour in November 3rd, 4th, 10th, 17th, and 18th through Maryland and Pennsylvania. If you want to come out, Higgy pinned the post right there or something like that. You can just check out, click off of here. I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. Go to the Cloud Gang page, check us out. But yeah, man, we're doing this tour to spread the awareness that, like, man, recovery is fun, dude. Like, recovery is amazing. Like, you couldn't have told me at 2 years clean that I would own a house. And you couldn't have told me at 5 years clean that I'd be going on tour with other men in recovery, that we all have multiple years clean. We all have sponsors. We work steps, and, like, we have lives, and we're able to give back in a way that, like, because music reaches me, man. Like, I remember sitting in a jail cell for months and months and months on Christmas night, Christmas morning, Thanksgiving, every single one of my birthdays for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, something like that. And, music is the one thing that, like, reached me, that was able to touch my heart, that was able to keep me sane, so I'm not, like, banging on my fucking cell door all night. So to be able to do something like this and give people, all the venues are recovery safe environments. There's no bars, no nightclubs. They're recovery houses, they're churches, they're rec centers, tattoo shops, So to be able to give somebody a safe place and a recovery safe place to come and party, enjoy a concert with your recovery community, with others in recovery. I think Higgy said he's coming up to the Raw Inc show with Twitch, and I want you to comment so I can confirm that your ass is gonna be up here. So. Yeah, we're doing that, man. Like I said, I got my wife, we celebrated 8 years of marriage. We've been together 10 years. My daughter just turned 9 in August. My oldest daughter is 21. She's in college right now, and I just want to say it's a huge honor to be able to help my oldest daughter go to college and pay for her college and support her in chasing her dreams. You know what I mean? That it doesn't matter if, we were addicts or we're addicts and we use, like, because the biggest room in the world is a room for improvement, we can always grow. It doesn't matter how far down your bottom is, you can grow. It doesn't matter how bad it might have gotten, how many people you shit on, you stole from, you hurt, whatever, you can recover. You are worthy. We are all worthy of that second chance, that 7,000th chance. Because when you get that chance, do something with it. Take action. Like, don't bullshit. But see, the thing is, there's a fine line between taking action and allowing people to guide you, to guide me. I needed people to guide me. I needed people to show me, okay, Brian, this is how you write a check. I needed people to say, okay, Brian, this is how you fill out a job application. Brian, you need to get to work 5 minutes early. You need to work your whole day shift, and I don't know. I'm just, I'm eternally grateful for that. Carlos said, am I about to spit a verse? You want me to spit a verse, bro? I don't even have no music. Well, I got my laptop down here. Can you guys tell me if you want me to rap something? I turned the comments back on because my ADD was not kicking in as much. So I got a couple people that want me to rap something. I don't know if y'all really want me to rap something. Why not though? Cause I'm scared. Don't you know I'm a scared little bitch? Nah, I'm just kidding. But actually, I don't have no music. Let's see what we got. Let's see. All right. I'm back to work on that night shift. 9 to 5 and I write shit. I tell a motherfucker that just like me that you can make like I did, man. Don't tell me about that mileage. Just show me how you driving. I'ma stay the fuck in my lane and I'ma move around in silence. My windows down and that bass up. Fuck around and I'ma say something. This life ain't no game, boy, no restarts. Better wake up. Keep playing. Keep moving. You want what I gotta do. We doing. Cause I seen so many motherfuckers like me. OD, we ain't gotta keep using. Life gets better. Shit gets worse. Ain't no U-Haul in the back of a hearse. When you're thinking that you gotta give up, better put your hands up and go get back to the work. Rebounding this life. I got about 3,000 nights under my belt. Wonder how I felt. You know that deep down it might get a little bit better. So homie, please just go and give yourself a try. Just for the day we know that you ain't gotta go get high. But till you put some truth in it, you probably keep on using it. A million verses later, every word I spit's a lie. Yeah, that was decent. That was decent. That was, as me and my friend Carlos call him, that was a throwaway. You know, because I write a lot. I write whenever I get the opportunity to. But you know what? I want to do something for you guys. Not really. I'm at out of the jail cell. You know it, babe. You know it. Look, man. There was, so like I said, when I was locked up for a couple years. And every time I would go down to lockup, it was crazy. I can see it like it was yesterday. Every cell that I went into, it had this thing on the wall. It said, "This too shall pass." And I'm like, what the fuck is that? What does that mean? Like, it's not like, yeah, I know I'm gonna get out soon, but like, what? I don't get it. So, because I hadn't been to any meetings. I hadn't done any of this stuff. I wasn't about staying clean. I wasn't about recovery. I was just about bitten and doing my time, and then hopefully someday I'll get out and be able to get high again. And it's funny, like when I got out and I went to treatment, you know, people told me this too shall pass. And like, I know that I've said that countless times to sponsees, to other men that are in my life, that you know, this too shall pass, because it does. Like the fear, like Carlos said, the fear, this too shall pass, man. Like it ain't really, said he wonder why us. Yeah, so for any of y'all that don't know, the, on the daily, the lyrics are, I met God in a jail cell, said he got the top bunk. I met the devil in a hotel, said he wondered why us. And the reason being is because the top bunk being my higher power is humble. You can have the bottom bunk. You can have I'll go up to the top. I'll jump up on the bunk, whatever. And like the devil is always, you know, trying to play the victim. Why me? Why me? Why did this happen to me? You know, like shit happens. Life shows up. You know, recovery is life on life's terms. You know what I mean? And, you know, like, we don't have to play a victim. I mean, we can if we want to. It's real easy. It's real easy. But we don't have to, man. And I promise you, like, the more that you choose to not play a victim, the more that you will gain out of your recovery. The more that you face your faults, your defects, all that stuff head on, the more that the more that you'll gain, the more that you'll grow. So while I'm here and I'm trying to pull something up, if you prayers to Judy and you know, and her son. I wish that everybody could get clean. You know, it would be nice. You know, and I know Higgy and I know so many other people are willing to go above and beyond for the struggling addict. So like, you know, stay in communities like this. There is help. There is help available. There are people that are willing to help. There are people that are willing to support. And you know, it's funny because every time I talk to my mom, I don't talk to my mom a lot, but every time I talk to her and we start talking, we have a long conversation, she starts crying, man. And she's like, where the fuck did you come from? How did you get here? And I say it's all thanks to the program, man. It's all thanks to the fellowship. Because without y'all, man, like, I wouldn't be nothing. I absolutely wouldn't be nothing. So, I can't find a beat. I was going to rap something for you, and since I'm doing the live thing on my phone, it would close out if I, what's up? Hagerstown, my man Brad. Brad, you better be coming out to the tour. So, like I said, man, like, I'm going to plug it again. Cloud Gang. Just type in Cloud Gang, or you can click the link right where Higgy's got it right down here. Billy, what's up, my brother? You can check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Journey to 754. I'm going to pull something up because Higgy told me to pull it up. Journey to 754 on iTunes and Spotify. You can check us out. I'll play this one for you. Okay, so we're doing, like I said, we're doing the tour. And this is going to be the next song that we do a video for. Because it really encompasses all of what's going on right now with my music. Micah, man, I love you, brother. I love you. 100%. But it really encompasses everything that we're doing for this tour, everything that I've been able to accomplish in the past, let alone 10 years, to be able to accomplish in the past 2 or 3 years with my music and stuff like that. It's called Is It All For Real? Let me know if you can hear it. Yeah. Look, this is the actual song. So I'm not going to rap it for you. I'm going to let you listen to it. Avail visuals. What's up? Yeah.
I'm going to do my best to spit it for you chronologically, because what happened to get me to this place even surprises me. It's evident you doubted me that I ever get the salary. You never saw the side of me. Now you know I'm the prodigy. And now that I got all of that out of the way, let me tell the story that started the beginning of May. And I was still behind bars, but it's alright, cause I done did 2 years and ain't put up a fight. I mean, I had a scrap, but that's another track for Aftermath. How could I really comprehend that prison was the master plan? No cash advance, just valiant plans of attracting lands. We slapping hands to grab the sand and back in the van. And then they came and told me that my daddy gone. I never see him again and he will never hear the song. Shit, but it's alright, I done made it through worse, and life is just a dog fight. When you wonder when you wake up from the dream, is it all for real? Is it really what it seems? Looking at my keys, I got another day clean. No, we on the same team. You can make it to the league. How you gonna know if you will never take a chance? Living in fear, so you won't ever make the plans. Life is a beach, I hope you're walking through the sand. No, and I'm just here to help. I'm reaching out my hand. No,
I can sit up all night, tell you why I never win, give 100 excuses, make it sound eloquent. I could let the devil in, or maybe I could be different. I'm living double time, I live whatever he missing. This brings me to my next topic, recovery. This is the reason radio is never gonna fuck with me. It's all about the gluttony, whatever they can force feature. I need some more speakers, I ain't talking 4 tweeters, I'm talking speaker jams, late nights to beat a man, meeting after meeting, man, get the message, feed a man, give it away to keep it, man, road trips to Beaver Dam, abandoned town in PA, we would never leave a man. We lift him up, we pick him up and let him shine with us. Papa Willie ride with us, let him feel alive with us. Show him that there's more to life than the next 5 minutes. We got God with us, staying clean, I'm with it. When you wonder when you wake up from the dream, is it all for real? Is it really what it seems? Looking at my keys, I got another day clean. No, we on the same team, you can make it to the league, if you will never make a chance, so you won't never make the plans. Life is a beach, I hope you walking through the sand, no. I'm just here to help, I'm reaching out my hand, no. When you wonder where you wake up.
Hey, look, man, the album cover is right here. It was painted by my tattoo artist. This is the full album cover. Listen, yeah.
Gratitude is an action and it's an attitude. How I'm living I'd rather do than whatever these rappers do. I ain't worried about it, still come in for dinner time. Already put time in the streets and now I'm getting mine. Gratitude is an action and it's an attitude. How I'm living I'd rather do than whatever these rappers do. I ain't worried about it, still come in for dinner time. Already put time in the streets and now I'm getting mine.
Look, man, that's the album cover. Like, I got all this stuff down here. You know, the accomplishments that I've had, you know, the newspapers and the tour and stuff like that, and coming down with a bunch of, you know, going on tour this in the early in the year with the overdose awareness tour, you know, being able to put this album together. Like, honestly, like, none of this is possible or would have been possible without every single one of you guys. Every single one of you guys that, like, supports the page, likes the page, you know, lets us know what's going on, you know, keeps us up to date of where we can go next. Like, I'd love to be able to bring the Stay Clean Chase Dreams tour to so many of you guys, to Florida, to come out and meet y'all, to come out and give y'all some motherfucking big ass hugs. I don't know, Higgy knows, and my man Scotty knows too. Like, you know, B-RAiN gives some big ass hugs, you know. So, you know, I'm just filled up with a bunch of love. Like, it's funny, I think back, like, I was just a kid that just, you know, I grew up in not the greatest neighborhood. I didn't grow up in the projects, but, like, I didn't grow up in the greatest neighborhood. And, like, I just had all this love in me, but I was so scared to let anybody know. Because, like, if I told you that I loved you or that I cared, you would take advantage of me. And, like, I'm so grateful to have found this fellowship, to have found the program, and, to be able to give back and make, you know, living indirect amends to so many people that I had hurt, that, you know, I can help somebody else stay clean and they don't have to hurt somebody else either. You know, I can make an indirect, I've already made amends to my mother, and I continue to on a daily basis by staying clean, but I can make an indirect amends to my mother by helping other young men get clean and stay clean, so that their mother doesn't have to, you know, feel the way that they feel when we're out there ripping and running. So I'm gonna shut it down soon. I just want to say, if you're still watching, please check out the page. Just type in Cloud Gang. We are Cloud Gang on Facebook. Check us out on one more. Check us out on Spotify or iTunes. Like I said, Journey to 754. Excuse me. Journey to 754. Check us out on the tour. Come on out. It's gonna be a fucking hell of a time. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna play on the daily, because, like, I've seen a bunch of y'all talk about on the daily. So let's go. Check out the video on the Cloud Gang page to On the Daily that came out a couple months ago. So go check it out. Cloud Gang, we are Cloud. Yeah. Never really thought about this one. It's saying from the D like a piston. Went from a broke boy to a rich one. Fuck about $1, man, I'm all about the vision. Fuck the Instagram picture, come and follow me. I'ma help you get your life together like the lottery. Be everything you gotta be. Sugar-coated Halloween, we look inside with honesty. What I need a mask for? Robbery. And I'ma go for broke, and you know this. Get him off the coke and dope, cause he homeless. Looking all comatose when he loaded. You ain't gotta overdose on this dope shit. I met God in a jail cell, said he got a top bunk. I met a devil in a hotel, said he wondered why us. I was always reaching for the coattails, that's how I got locked up. Now they see me living life so well, they ain't never stop us. Some people love me, some people hate me, some acting funny, but I do this on the daily. Come on, some people love me, some people hate me, some acting funny, but yeah. Got a lot on my mind, I gotta unload it. Stop for a little bit of time, gotta focus. Looking to the sky, gotta unfold it. Everything in my life, I just wrote it. Put it on the pad, then I add the facts. Taking it to the back of the Cadillac. Still here, I don't gotta feel bad for that. And I got it all back before I had to rap, and I gotta give it out. Seeing when they down, when they sitting on the couch. When I want it's about, that'll let me get a sound. I can let it know we down. I ain't never running out, we getting better right now. We getting better right now. I ain't never running out, we getting better right now. We getting better right now. I ain't never running out. We getting better right. And I gotta let them know that I'm here for the meantime. It don't matter if you got a little bit of clean time. Throwing up a peace sign. Let them know that we shine. About to rewrite the definition of free time. I was a dude buying beats off of YouTube. Crew didn't think we was too cool. Do what suit you. Do what you do. Long as you help somebody struggling to pull through. I met God in a jail cell. Said he got a top bunk. I met the devil in a hotel. Said he wondered why us. I was always reaching for the coattails. That's how I got locked up. Come on, prospects. Yeah, yeah. Some people love me. Some people hate me. Some acting funny, but I do this on a daily. Come on.
Some people love me. Some people hate me.
Hey, look.
Some acting funny, but I do this
Listen.
on a daily. Let's go. Hey man, and if every single
day
we take the opportunity to reflect on our day and reflect on the good things and the bad things and the way that we can grow and change and be better.
Then what we gonna do?
Grow, change,
And be better. Let's go.
I met God in a jail cell.
Said he got a top bump.
I met the devil in a hotel.
Said he wonder why us
I was always
reaching for the coattails. That's how I got locked up. Now they see me living life so well. They ain't never stop us. Some people love me. Some people hate me. Some acting funny, but I do this on a daily. Come on. Some people love me. Some people hate me. Some acting funny, but I do this on a daily. Come on. Hey, look, man, and for anybody that's out there that's still watching, or that fast forwarded to the end after this live feed's over, look, the shirt, the biggest room in the world is room for improvement. We got the if you can see it, can you see it? I don't know. We got the logo on the back. I'm gonna put it on the page tonight. It comes in green and like a gray color. I don't know. I'm gonna put it on the Cloud Gang page tonight. We'll send them out to you. What's up, Canada? My man, we're at in Canada. That's far. That's really far. We're at in Canada. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna put these on the page tonight. I got another one with a new Cloud Gang logo. We got some cool merch for the tour, but I'm gonna put a couple of things up. See if y'all like it. Let me know. But I'm gonna shut it down, man. But first, before we shut it down, I want all of y'all that are still watching. We're gonna close with a moment of silence followed by the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Wow. Because look, man, give yourself an opportunity. It don't matter. No matter what's going on in your life, somebody's willing to help. Somebody's willing to pick you up. And as long as you don't use, you can grow. I love y'all, man. Have a good night.